Welcome to Design for Wealth, where we talk about what actually allows your next level to become your new normal. So let's dive into the phase of growth that almost nobody names. And because of that, a lot of women in business make themselves wrong for it. And it's the moment when expansion starts to feel like exhaustion. Revenue might be up, clarity is higher than ever, you've made big internal shifts, and yet your body feels tired, heavy, slower. And most people immediately label this as a problem. I've lost my mojo. I'm falling behind. I can't hold this next level. But what if that's not what's happening at all? What if your nervous system is actually doing exactly what it's meant to do at a new level? There are two states that can feel very similar in the body, but they require completely different responses, and that's resistance and saturation. Resistance is when something is misaligned. The offer is not right, the strategy is off, and the way you're working is also off. It feels like pushing a rock up a massive hill. Frustration, dread, there's a deep no in your body. Saturation is when something has landed. You've just gone through a big upgrade in clarity, identity, or standards, and your system is full just for the moment because it's integrating. And they both can feel like, I don't want to do anything. I'm tired. I just want to lay on the couch and binge. So it's easy to misread saturation as resistance and then try to fix yourself. Example of resistance is you keep trying to sell an offer that's built from shoulds. The messaging feels off, your body tightens every time that you talk about it, you procrastinate on posting. The tired that you feel here comes with resentment and inner eye rolls. There's a deep, I do not want to do that. Then the example of saturation is you've just had a biggest launch, you've finally claimed, I'm not available for this type of client or this type of pricing anymore. You feel proud, clearer, stronger, and then a few days later, you feel like your battery is flat. There's no resentment there. It's just a sense of, I have nothing else to give right now. One of those is your body saying, this is wrong for me. The other is your body saying, this is a lot for me, and I'm reorganizing. So why can expansion feel heavy? After a period of deep clarity, refinement, or identity level shifts, the body often gets tired because your nervous system is integrating new information. Clarity costs energy. And when you make big internal decisions about who you are, what you're available for, what you're no longer negotiating, your whole system has to reorganize around that. So think of the moment you decide, I don't do undercharging anymore. I'm not tolerating certain client behavior. I'm raising my baseline to a higher income each month. These aren't just mindset shifts. They're energetic instructions to your system, your brain, your body, your nervous system. They now need to update old patterns, retire old safety strategies, lock in new standards. And that internal update process often feels like slowness, quietness, and sometimes even heaviness because you're stabilizing. Your nervous system has a natural rhythm. It goes from input to integration output. So the input is you're taking in new information, coaching, identity shifts, strategy, collaborations, you're in program, masterminds, podcast binges, all of the things. The integration is the system digests. It sorts what's useful, what's not, rewires beliefs, updates identities, shifts what's safe and what's normal. And then the output is you create from that new place. Content, the offers, the pricing, the boundaries, the leadership. And this is where external proof shows up. Business owners love input and output. They want more information, more results. And the piece they tend to skip is integration. And here's what that looks like in real time. You have a huge week, whether that be a powerful week with clients, content creation, big decision. But by Friday, you feel wiped. So instead of recognizing I'm tired, I need a little more space and more me time right now, I've just done some deep inner work. Sometimes you go, I'm lazy, I need to do more, I can't possibly stop, I will fall behind. So you stack on more input, more content, more trainings, and you demand more output, more posting, more selling, and you never let your system actually digest what it's already taken in. And that's when expansion starts to feel like chronic exhaustion. When your nervous system asks for consolidation, it's not asking you to stop. It's asking you to stabilize. And this is where capacity is built. This is where your next level becomes your new normal. Honoring capacity doesn't mean collapsing momentum. It means staying in motion without force. So, practically, that can look like doing fewer things but more deliberately. So, instead of 7 tasks in frantic energy, you choose the 1 or 2 moves that actually move the needle. It may look like send the email that matters, record the podcast episode, show up on social media. It may look like choosing consistency over intensity. Drop the I must overhaul everything this week energy and commit to 1 piece of content a day, 1 invitation to your offer, 1 money creating action. It's those small repetitive moves that your nervous system can trust. And let your system catch up to your new level. You let yourself live at the income level, the boundary level, the identity level you've decided without demanding constant quantum leaps on top of it every single week. And this is the part most people miss. They think growth should feel like constant activation, big dopamine hits, big highs. But real expansion includes phases where the work is quiet and internal, where staying regulated is the work. And if you override this phase, you don't grow faster. You just destabilize what you've already built. So if you're listening to this and thinking, this is me, here are a few questions that you can sit with. Is this resistance or am I actually saturated? Did I just go through a big clarity or identity shift? If nothing's wrong, what would stabilization look like this week? And just pick a few simple practices. Pick 1 non-negotiable visibility action per day and let that be enough. When you feel the urge to push harder, ask, if I trusted that this level is safe, how would I move today? And these are simple, unsexy things that train your nervous system to hold higher income levels. Not just do them once, but live there. So if you're feeling tired after clarity, after big internal shifts, after refining your direction, nothing has gone wrong. Your system is doing exactly what it's designed to do. The question isn't, how do I push through this? The question is, how do I stay here without breaking trust with my body? And that's how momentum becomes sustainable. That's how identity locks in. That's how expansion actually holds. And these are simple things that train your nervous system to hold higher income levels. And if this is landing and you're realizing you don't need another strategy sprint, you need a space where your next level becomes your new normal, nervous system first, that's exactly why I built the Upgrade for. It's my membership for women in business who are done hitting the same income ceiling, where we do this work, capacity, identity, and money together. So you can join via the link in the show notes. Until next time, I'll see you then.